this is the 2-player setup and rules for 1,000 Year Beard. So each dwarf picks a color, and I chose blue and red is on that side. And we'll place our face card, stubble side up, shows no numbers and years. I'll give you a sneak peek of what that looks like. Okay. So now we got that set up. We each shuffled our deck, and we took one card and removed it out of the game. It's off camera. So there's one card missing from the deck. We don't know what it is. And then we place them nearby, and that's our deck. And we have our fuzz tracker here. It's 2 cards that just help us keep track how many years of beard we have. And basically the last person to use a comb gets to go first, which was me. Okay, so basically how your beard grows in the game is you'll play cards from your hand to the bottom of your beard. And here's a 150 year beard card, so you do just like that, and you play horizontally just so you can see the beard growing down your table, just like so. You'll overlap them like that, and then later you'll put them on here in a way that is, I'll go with 25 on there for you. So overlap them just like that. Boop. Okay, so that's on there. That's going. Okay. They have the years between 25, I think we just saw that, whoop, and 200. So, and every time when you place them, they have to be placed in sequential descending order now, so that the next beard card I put here has to be lower than 150. And that's the very bottom rule, which is you have to place cards in just at the very bottom. There's other cards that let you break the rules, including these two cards here, Comb and the Potion. We'll go over those in just a second. That breaks the rules. So there's little pips also on the bottom of the cards, you'll notice, that lets you see how many cards are in the deck. So on your turn, you can do 3 actions in any order. You can grow, which is what I did there. I grow, put 1 card at the bottom from my hand in there, boop. And I can also groom, which is using that, like that card here, and you'll see there's a little symbol of a coin stack with a number. That would mean you have to send also a silver card from your hand, or any silver card you have. You discard both of those to activate the effect. That effect would be here on this one is removing 2 cards, bottom cards from any beard. So I could, if I needed to take some off mine, or if I want to take off the other doors, that takes them off. Now, if you see here on this little symbol on the card, I'll get you a better shot here. You'll see there's a little dustpan. They'll let you know you have to fill the dustpan first, a reminder. So if I was to lose this card in that, it would cut 2 cards off, but you take the highest one and you would place that right here, right there on the corner, boop, like that. So I would discard that to make cut. I wouldn't want to cut off my own beard unless I had a bigger number card. Say I had a card like, okay, back to the game, like a 200. Moving on, so on your turn you could do the, like I said, the grow action or the groom action, but you can also pluck. Now plucking is, if I had my cards in my hand, I had my hand of 5 cards, like so, and I didn't like those, I could say, okay, I'll pluck one, whoop. So I would discard to draw a new card and add it back to my hand, so, like so. And you could pluck twice, discard and draw a new card, twice in your turn, anytime during your turn, in any order. Oh, you can also pass any time you don't feel like you have anything to do, pass. Or when you're done, you just let the other dwarf know you're over with your turn, and you draw back up to 5 cards in your hand. So when you have 5 cards in your hand, okay. And then you take your fuzz tracker and just adjust the numbers to keep track of where you don't have to count it over and over. And then the next dwarf would go, and they could grow, groom, or pluck twice, adding beard cards and doing stuff like that. And so I talked about the dustpan. Let's say I did have a dustpan, come back to my turn this time, and I don't like that because I forgot to mention that the dustpan means you have to count that as a negative. So as I was in there, I can't even use this card because I ain't got no beard at all. So let's just say I had a 200 card there, and I grew 150 more. the red dwarf cut one off and has to go to the dustpan. So I put it here. That's actually, I only have 50 years on my beard, so I'm down to that. So you keep that in mind. You can win the game with that on there, but you have to count it as a negative, a minus to your total. Well, let's say I want to get that out of there. Well, there's two things you can do. I could spend a silver card, which I don't have a silver card in my hand, or I could skip my turn and not do any actions. I say, okay, now I'm going to take that, and you can discard it. Okay, whoop, discard it. And then that takes your negative off, and all of a sudden I got 200 years. And now, about those silver cards, let's find a couple silver cards here. During your turn, you can stash your silver cards. Those guys that let you pay for those grooming cards, you can stash them right there on your beard. And what that lets you do is it actually frees up more cards in your hand, so in your next round you get new cards out of your deck. It also protects the bottom of your beard. So if the other dwarf had the scissors, which they probably got it right on top. Oh, they don't. The next card would be a scissors. They'll cut it off, and well, of course that would go there, and what counters it would be stuck in the dustpan. But they would cut that off, and normally if that wasn't there, they cut that off. Oh boy. Okay, so better to have a small card like this or a silver card you can get back. So they'll chop off that. Another thing why you want to, if you had 2 on there, well, you have a maximum of 4. But say you get 3 on there. When you get 3 on there, on your next turn, before you take any actions, you discard the 3. Whoop. Okay. You discard the 3 to flip that puppy over. And whoop. And you'll see that symbol right there in the right there in the corner. In here we got, let's say we don't have that much on our beard. We have 75 down here. But I ain't got much in my hand. I have a 200 card I could play, but I have nothing that's gonna. And I got some other good stuff. I just want to get rid of that. And you could get rid of that by just doing a clean shave. You could do that at the start of your turn or anytime you turn your. If you had a silver, you could play that and just take all your beard cards and discard them also. And it won't affect your dustpan. If you had anything in there, it stays there. Don't put any in there, it goes there. And if you happen to be on that side, you'd flip it over. Now, I don't mean to be a reason. You can't do a clean shave yet to the other dwarf, so that's something maybe the Whisker Wizard might do, but dwarves don't do that kind of violence. Yeah, you do that before you take any turns. You don't take any actions on your turn. Dwarves will go back and forth, adding beard cards on, or until you have 1,000 years or more on your beard at the end of your turn. I have 1,000 at the end of my turn. The next dwarf gets one more turn to play, if that happens. And if they had a axe with the silver they could pay for, or the scissors, they could cut mine off and be lower. And they could even and if they had enough on theirs, they could grow and get past 1,000. Well, at the end of their turn, if nobody is over 1,000, the game goes on. But if one of the dwarfs is over 1,000, the highest years total wins. Make sure you count your dustpan, and you break the Whisker Wizard spell. And always remember those cards you took out of the game. At the beginning of the game, you put them back into your deck before you reshuffle. And that is basically how you play the game. I read off mostly off the rule cards, but I'll kind of go in more depth of how things go in a playthrough video. I'll do a playthrough video. So, and next coming up, I'll definitely go over this card, which is your solo, which is playing against the Ghost Beard. Woo! There's 1,000 year beard. Thanks for tuning in.